Well, once again, those of you who are just coming in, please turn off your cell phones. No flash, no video. We'll start with a comment from Coach McDonald, and then we'll open it up for questions for the student athletes. Dan?
It was a hard-fought game, so I give a lot of credit to Butch Thompson, that coaching staff, and Auburn baseball. Got a lot of respect for Butch and those guys. I coached against them for many years. We were assistants in the same league. I've always had the most respect for him, knowing that he's doing it the right way. And I think how hard his kids fought today says a lot about their program. And they just didn't make it easy. And it was a hard-fought game. I'm really proud of our guys because I thought our bullpen did what we needed them to do. Offensively, we've put together some rallies. We're close. We hadn't exploded yet. That's the exciting thing. But we played defense. And, when you pitch and you make some plays the way we did, some diving plays in the outfield, some great plays in the infield, we played well enough to win. And as I've learned, it's not easy winning out here. Man, they don't give you anything. You got to earn it. So I'm really proud of these guys right here and their teammates for how hard they fought.
Okay, open up for questions for the student athletes. We'll get a mic to you, and we'll start with Aaron.
Aaron Fitt, D1 Baseball. Drew, Coach kind of talked about the defense piece of it, and thinking back to yesterday, a long time ago, you had that, I think it was the third inning, you threw the guy out of the plate and then a diving catch. I mean, how much of a big part of this success do you think that defense piece has been for you guys?
I think defense has brought us a long way this year. I mean, last year we did pretty good in the defensively, and I think this year we definitely stepped it up, and it's been a huge part of why we are where we are.
Teddy Cahill, Baseball America. Tyler, yesterday, just to hit that first inning home run, kind of set the tone in an elimination game. Just how important did you feel like that was to settling you guys into that game?
Yeah, I think it was really important. That's something that I wanted to do as a three-hole hitter, is get our lineup started early, and something I wasn't able to do the game before. So just to get the momentum in our favor at the top of the first inning was huge for us, and just set the tone early on.
Okay, yeah, right here.
Tyler, you were here in 2017 when Nick made his start. Obviously, that was the game you guys lost, but Nick's been great for you guys all year. Just how much have you seen change from Nick from that freshman year to now?
Just maturity. Nick's a great pitcher, and he's been able to handle the ups and downs tremendously his whole career. If he has a rough start, he's going to come back even stronger. But he's had a great postseason so far, and we expect him to come out here and throw well tomorrow, and we're really confident in him.
Okay, here in the back, in the middle.
Adam, it was almost like a start. Can you kind of take us through your morning, what Coach Williams or Winnie told you, and then your couple innings?
Yeah, well, I kind of treated it like I was coming out of the bullpen. I didn't really find out I was pitching until about 10 minutes before I started stretching. So I tried to treat it like I was coming out of the bullpen. Me and Coach Williams talked, and I warmed up about 10 minutes before first pitch, and I just kind of treated it like I was coming straight out of the bullpen. Henry caught me, and then we went straight into the game.
Okay, Aaron?
Just to follow up on that, did you feel like you kind of set the tone for the day, coming off that delay by putting up a couple of zeros there? And what was kind of the overall mood for you guys today heading into this thing after, having to sit around for a while?
Yeah, Coach Mack talked about it. He talked about how the bullpen kind of needs to set the tone because Bobby only got to go 4 innings. Going out there, the first pitch, I was just trying to throw strikes, keep the ball in the zone, and just kind of let our defense work and kind of get the game going.
Back again.
For any of you guys, just the kind of backs to the wall mentality that you came out with today, and how do you take a win or take the momentum now and into the rest of the week?
Tyler, you start.
We love each other, and these are our brothers, and we're just playing for the guy next to us. Just because we win one game, we're not going to change anything. Knowing that if we lose a game, we're done, just makes us fight harder. So we're just fighting for each other.
Adam?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, going into today, I was big on kind of bringing the energy and just trying to get this team going. I mean, it's obviously an elimination game. It's going to be tough. But obviously, if we go out there every day and we bring the energy and we play like we're supposed to, we'll be okay.
True.
Yeah, I feel like losing one game, like you don't want to come out and lose at all. So being down already, it shouldn't matter to us. We just need to go out there and play some more baseball.
Okay.
Drew, after the game, I mean, obviously you guys are happy, celebrated a little bit. It wasn't this over-the-top celebration, kind of, I guess, celebrating and got in the line. What does that say about this team's focus?
I mean, we're looking for the next game. Like, we're not done yet.
Okay. Any more questions for the student athletes? Men, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Every day now. Yep. And get Stephen a better hat, will you? Would you get Stephen a better hat?
That's right. We're
Okay.
rallying. We're rallying.
Back here in the back. Once again, please identify yourself and to whom and your affiliation, please.
Jody Dillman, Cardinal Authority. Dan, Adam, what he went on, he treated it as coming out of the bullpen, but those were two huge zeros for you guys.
No doubt. We obviously started talking about it yesterday during the rain delay. You could go to Nick Bennett because it's like a start, and you got 5 innings. So, you'd be happy if he gave you 5 innings and you win the game. But then you look at the rest of the week, and you're like, man, we just burned up 2 starters in one game. And we trust our bullpen. And, I asked Coach Williams, he said Adam Elliott was the guy. And, Elliott's got that toughness about him. He's like he's a position player, so he'll love, hearing me say that about him. He's been a 2A player in his career. He's just had some back issues, and so we didn't let him swing this year. But he just got that ball player mentality, and I just like the way how Coach Williams, no sense telling him last night, no sense telling him at breakfast this morning, don't get it all worked up. Wait till, about an hour or so before the game. Not that we're trying to keep a secret from anybody. I think I told other people we're going to go with Elliott, but just letting him know, and just obviously plenty of time where he wouldn't overextend himself early. And we just we got to trust our bullpen. That's having the extra day, I guess. We played Sunday, and here we are Wednesday. We felt like we had a full, fresh bullpen. And we were chomping to get to McAveen. We probably could have got another inning out of Elliott, but just felt like we got a fresh McAveen. Let's not take a chance. And looking back, I'm sure we're probably thinking we could have left Elliott in there for one more.
Cameron T, Courier Journal. Dan, you mentioned McAveen. Everything he's kind of gone through the last few weeks. He didn't come with you guys to 2017. Just what was that like to see him get that bases loaded strikeout? And did you ever think about taking him out before that last batter?
No, we had Kirian up in the bullpen, and even though they had a right-handed hitter on deck, they have some, I don't say unusual splits, but, some of their righties hit better against righties and their lefties hit better against lefties, which is a sign of just good program, good hitters. And we wanted to give Michael one more batter there, and obviously all the emotion it took that inning, not having pitched in the last couple of weeks. We thought that was plenty. And let's give the ball to Kirian because Kirian has closed. It's been one of our advantages this year. We felt like all along we've had 2 closers, and we needed one. When we lost McAveen in the regionals, and Kirian has always stepped up and did a nice job. For me, for head coaches, you're looking at these stories as knowing he got hurt in his freshman year. He doesn't get to come to Omaha with us. You don't want to leave Omaha without him pitching. Now, you don't want to leave Omaha without Nick Bennett pitching either, so you're sitting there going, all right, we obviously got to win one of these first 2 games because that guy deserves to pitch. As he pitched in Omaha as a freshman, gave us a really good start against TCU, and knowing he's chomping at the bit, we feel like, we're in a good spot now, because we have Nick Bennett, Luke Smith, guys that started in the regionals, and we obviously need guys to step up in the position we're in.
Okay, Matt.
Dan, I guess with
with the suspended game, it obviously condenses your schedule a little bit, throws you off schedule with the pitching staff taking Bobby out early. But how do you approach, your continued run in this tournament, even though it kind of throws a little extra adversity at you, despite the fact that you're also in the losers bracket?
Yeah, we kind of the weather's something we cannot control, and we talk about toughness all the time. And for us, it was my message to the team when we found out the game was not going to resume last night. Let's look at it this way: we're going to show up on Wednesday and play a game, or we could have finished the game Tuesday night and we'd be practicing on Wednesday. Which would you rather do? Well, obviously the kids want to play the game. I love to practice, and they know that. I mean, I just love practice because it's usually easier to win a practice. But the kids would much rather play the game. So I just spun it as a positive, like, look, we got a chance to play this game 3 or 4 days in a row now, which is what they want to do, and they're going to do at the next level, many of them. So, you want it to be easy, and you'd like to be 2-0, and yeah, every coach would choose that, but that's just not the way it is. And we talk a lot about what's real. What's real? What's real is we're 1-1, and we got Nick Bennett to start with a really good bullpen, a really good team, and if we're fortunate, we got Luke Smith to start with a really good bullpen and a really good team. So, it's where we're at, and guys like Reed, Bobby, these are strong, healthy kids that they're chomping at the bit to hopefully get another chance to run out there and pitch with this uniform on again this season.
Okay, Cameron? No, I'm sorry, Jody. We'll go with you first.
Dan, you talked last night to us about the 2 defensive plays that Drew made, but he came up with a big hit today as well to get you that extra run, and what he's done in this game, but also in the tournament.
He's played really good, the last month or so, and one of the reasons he was drafted. And he's a good player. I mean, he's played center field for us. He's played right field, and people who know our park, our center field, right field, you got to be good defensively, man. It's big, and that gap, and with the sun and the wind, and he's played really good. And we say it all the time. You look at the bottom of the lineup, if it's Campbell, Levy, and Davis, it's 293, 283. I mean, some good hitters, really good hitters. Like I said, I'm mad at myself that I kept the bunt on, probably in the 3-1 situation, and should have let Levy swing away right there. But I was most pleased that for a guy who doesn't get the bunt down, to know how frustrated I am, because I coach the bunting, and we work on that a lot. Man, he ran out there and made a huge double play that inning, and then he made the huge slow roller play on their speedy second baseman in the 9th. And so Levy stole Campbell's shirt, kind of our MVP award at the end of the game. I flipped it to Levy because, looking back on the complete game, our defense was huge today.
Dan, you guys haven't had a lot of success in the College World Series over your time, but these guys didn't overly celebrate today. It wasn't some kind of crazy celebration on the field. Does that talk about the focus of this group, even though they're kind of backs against the wall?
No doubt. And I think for this group, there's a lot of the juniors and seniors, they won the first game 2 years ago and really felt like, man, we got a chance to win a national championship. And, I mean, we ran into Brady Singer and a really good Florida team, and it just – they were better than us, and obviously they went on to win the whole thing that year. So we got a lot of respect for these 2 teams that are playing right behind us, and looking forward to the opportunity that we get to compete again with one of them. And, like I said, we talk about toughness and, playing with an edge, and I thought our guys really showed that yesterday and today. Being in the elimination game. And we addressed it when we lost in the regionals. I mean, we talked about you're allowed to lose 1 game in the regionals, 1 in the supers, 1 in the first round, and 1 in the championship series. So you're actually allowed to lose 4 times in the postseason. Teams have done it before. So, when we lost in the regional, I'm hoping that losing in Omaha just reminded them, hey, it's part of it. You don't have to be perfect. I mean, yeah, there's going to be teams that run the table and they're perfect, but I think we know, Oregon State lost last year and then Coastal Carolina lost one in their year. I mean, it happens. So hopefully our kids still believe, and I think they do. I think they're showing that. But again, one game at a time. We're going to be playing a really good team tomorrow night.
Last question. Anybody want to take it? Cameron, you got it.
Dan, I imagine Nick's going to be the guy on the mound tomorrow. Just from where he came, he had a really good freshman year, but he was the one with that loss against TCU. Just from there to now, how much has Nick grown on the mound?
I think, and of course, these guys have followed us so closely. Nick Bennett is a competitor. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, for a freshman to be starting in the College World Series and be a weekend starter for the University of Louisville, I think guys love playing behind him because he's going to compete. I mean, you might beat him. I mean, he's not perfect, but, man, he's going to compete. And what he did in the regional, he won game one. We got sent into the loser's bracket, and, I mean, he demanded that ball on Monday. I mean, it was after the Sunday game, he came by the office. And then Sunday night, he sent a text. And then Monday morning at breakfast, he walked up to the office. I mean, he was adamant. Coach, give me the ball today. And Coach Williams, is smart, and he's all about arm care and, said, okay, he could be throwing a bullpen on a day like today, so we'll let him get the start. We only pitched him 2 innings, of course, and then we took him out. But I just think it lifted us up. I say Willis Reed moment. That's maybe a little different. I'm showing my age. These young guys don't, but Willis Reed, Bill. Yeah, that's us. And not that he was hurt, but just that when a guy like that steps up, and says, just give me the ball and I'll run out there and give you everything I got, man, it lifts everybody else up. So, like I said, for me, in the big picture, I'm so glad Nick Bennett gets a start here in Omaha, and Zeke Pinkham gets to catch him because those two guys have been a good tandem for 3 years now.
Okay, Dan.
Thank you.
Keep working.
Yes, sir.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Aaron's old enough here. Aaron's old enough. Well, it's even before my time. It's my brother.
Well, it's not before mine. You got it right. Willis Reed.